Hello, geeks. This is the end. Whatever shall we do? The end is nigh! No, don't worry, geeks. I'm not talking about the end of this channel. And no, I'm not talking about the end of the world. However, after last night's thunderstorm, I sure thought it was going to be the end of the world. But that's another story for another time. What I'm talking about today is the end of series that every week I wait for to come on, and then I'm like, gotta watch it. It's going to be on. It's time. Woohoo! And after 2019, there won't be any new episodes of some of my favorite shows. Today I'm going to talk about the 3 shows that I'm sad just to see go. Now, these shows have not been canceled per se, or at least the writers have had enough time to actually have an ending to these stories. But for the most part, my top 3, it's just the end of the story. So it's time to end. That doesn't make me any happier about it, but it is what it is. In the 3rd spot, for series I'm sad are not going to be back next year, Lemony Snicket's in a series of unfortunate events on Netflix. I've actually already watched the ending. I'm not going to give it away though. But this series has been awesome. If you haven't watched any of it yet or read the books, basically there are 3 orphans that have a series of unfortunate events happen to them because of who their parents really were. The story is basically them learning more and more about who their parents truly were while having unfortunate events happen to them over and over again. The show has an awesome cast, including Neil Patrick Harris as the villainous Count Olaf, and Patrick Warburton as Lemony Snicket, the author of these tales, who tries to warn you in every episode, stop watching because these events are unfortunate and nobody wants to see such unfortunate events unfold. However, when the end came, it was unfortunate because there would be no more episodes. I really enjoyed this series. I never read the books as a child or as an adult, mostly because I don't enjoy the art of reading. But the series was much better than the movie. So if you haven't taken the time to binge watch a series of unfortunate events on Netflix, I definitely suggest you start, and you get to watch all 3 seasons at once because they're all out. So you'll be able to watch from beginning to end. Number 2 on the shows that I am saddest to see ending this year is Game of Thrones. I know a lot of people that know me would think that Game of Thrones ending would be the show that I am saddest to see leave at the end of this year. I do not feel that HBO made as many episodes as it could have. Have you seen how thick those books are? They could have done like at least 15 episodes per season. And only 6 for the last season? This has to be the thickest book once it actually comes out. But we only get 6 episodes? We are getting a spin-off prequel of Game of Thrones that I'll probably watch. If you haven't seen the series, which Jeremy and I lovingly call Dragons, it's basically a story about war and everybody trying to get control of the throne of the 7 kingdoms. If you haven't started watching it, don't get a favorite character, because when they die, you will be very upset. I have a feeling it's going to be like a Shakespearean tragedy, and everybody's going to be dead by the end. I would not suggest, if you have not watched it, binge watching it at the gym, especially the first 3 episodes. You'll be working out on the elliptical or the treadmill, and you'll feel like everybody's staring at you thinking you're watching porno when you're not. But it's been a great journey. Happy I actually got into it. It took me, again, 3 episodes before I started going, man, the show's over already? I hate this show. Can't wait till it comes out again next week. And then after every season finale, man, I have to wait a whole other year before it comes out. Or in the case of the last 2 seasons, almost 2 years between seasons. But the show has dragons. How can you not enjoy it? And there's a lot of twists, turns, espionage, anything you can think of, probably in this show. So as long as you're old enough, go check it out. Get HBO Go for a few months, binge watch it, and then cancel it. The show is definitely worth a watch. Now, the number 1 show that I'm upset is leaving, Big Bang Theory, announced that this is the last season that it'll be running. You don't know what Big Bang Theory is? Have you been living under a rock? Big Bang Theory, basically, if you haven't seen it because you're living under a rock, follows 4 geeks on their journey to find love, happiness, while still enjoying all the things that makes a geek a geek. Gaming, or fantasy movies, sci-fi movies, cosplay, going to Renfest. I have had somebody say, well, they're not geeks in real life, so they're just, it's like the blackface of geeks. But one, the actors that play it, a lot of them have geek-like qualities. And 2, they're not really making fun of geeks. They're just showing what it is to be a geek. I really enjoy the show. I like that it's only a half hour, so if I have to go do something shortly, or if it's almost time to stream, but I have enough time to watch a 30-minute show, it's a great 30-minute show to watch. They do have a spin-off. I'm worried the spin-off's not going to last. I am enjoying the spin-off of Young Sheldon, but I'm not sure if everybody else is enjoying it as much as me. It has been on long enough that a lot of it's getting repetitive. So it is probably time for it to call it quits before the ratings go down. But I'm still sad to see it leave. It's something I have looked forward to. We usually watch the episodes 2 or 3 times after it airs, just because it's a lot of fun. And it doesn't get old watching the reruns over and over again. But all good things must come to an end. And when one door closes, another one opens. So I'm excited to see what television has to bring us now that so many shows are being canceled or just it's time to end. I am glad that at least these 3 series are going to have an ending. I'm hoping it's a better ending than Castle because I'm not quite sure what happened in Castle. If you didn't see it, I'm going to spoil it for you. Basically, Castle and Beckett were on the ground dying. And then all of a sudden it flashes forward to their happy life together. Okay, how did they survive? Or were they just pretending that they did? If they didn't die, this is what would have happened? The ending made no sense. So, what shows are you upset are ending in 2019? Are there any that you're excited about that are just starting? Let us know in the comment section below. And until next time, geeks, have a good one.